and see if it's coming.
You reckon it's time?
I reckon it's time.
Guess we better get started.
Yeah.
Hambone.
Yeah, well, you know what, Ray? It's been a while.
Hey,
Hey,
where'd you get that pipe?
what pipe? That didn't work.
Not too bad.
Well, welcome. It's the third in our installment of Audio Diner Carryout Service. We're glad if anybody's here. We can't really tell, of course. Just like being on stage at
Any place we've ever played,
you can't tell.
You just can't tell
out
there's
there.
nobody there.
So anyway, we hope you're there. If you are, we're glad you are. For those who are there, thank you for those of you who are participating in our first project, our Audio Diner Community Chorus project. I've almost got everything compiled. I got a couple more entries in today that I'll incorporate in tonight. If anybody else still wants to get involved, go ahead. We're going to have another song in a couple of days that we'll post that we want you to get involved with. But got a pretty good turnout for this first one. It's going to be fun. So anyway, thanks for joining us today. We're doing some songs from way back in our history.
Way back.
Way back. I mean,
starting 1983.
ooh, man. So back in those days, Dave and I went down to the French Quarter and also to some of the plantations in southern Louisiana, thanks to David Floyd. And he's the third person in that picture that we posted on our site. Hambone and Gravy and
right.
David Floyd.
And,
you know.
yeah, Hambone and Gravy, and then everybody
Colonel
said,
somebody.
Everybody said, who is that guy?
Yeah, anyway. So thanks to David for bringing us down there. And all of our good friends in New Orleans who come to see us all the time. So anyway, we're going to jump in this. The interesting thing about this is these are instruments we don't normally play, so it's going to be kind of fun to see how this all turns out. But
We're doing.
hey, you didn't pay a cover charge, you got nothing to say.
So we're doing plantation songs.
Plantation songs.
Some Stephen Foster,
Yeah.
among other things, and then we're doing New Orleans French Quarter kind of songs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We're doing some Civil War.
Definitely.
We're doing some Revolutionary War.
But we pretend that's civil.
Yeah,
It's
too
just
far back.
Yeah.
so.
We'll talk.
And then we're doing some old time gospel tunes.
We are there. So anyway, thanks for joining us. We'll jump right into this and we'll see see how we get some of this stuff.
Okay.
to add the gravy to that and make it perfect, you know. I got the bit of milk part, you know.
I think we got some Satan.
Here's a song we actually never did, but that's because we were in the French Quarter, and it's sacrilegious to do this song.
If you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, and we didn't. So, but we're gonna do it now because, well, with COVID out, we don't figure the music police will come to our door, so we figure we're safe. But this is a traditional song in the French Quarter, and in fact, you have to pay $5 at Preservation Hall if you ask for this. You can have requests, but if you request this song, you gotta put some money down. So anyway, we're gonna do this for our good friends in New Orleans and on the North Shore up there in you know, that place up there north, you know. So anyway, to Linda and Carl and Cheryl and well, that's just that whole crew of people up there. It's so good.
Yeah, so don't blame us if it sounds like Yankees do.
Yeah, because after all, we are Yankees, right? All right.
It's a lively version.
That's bad.
Are you gonna switch?
Well, no, you tell me, because this is not the right thing. What are we doing? You got the list. You're the list man. You're the great man.
I thought you did the list.
No, you did the list.
So we could do, you could just stay with that.
All right.
Just closer. If you want.
Oh, well, we could.
You gotta slow it down a little bit, you know. It's getting awful hot down here in the south. You'll need some mint juleps later.
Yeah, David Floyd, if you wouldn't mind putting a mint julep together or a bourbon milk punch, we would be thrilled about that. So, anyway, this is another one of the traditional songs, and I don't know that we did this one either.
No, we didn't do this.
Didn't do this one either, but when I taught myself on the banjo, so I thought we would do it.
Maybe a little lemonade, too.
Yeah.
Like,
woo! All right, here we go.
Band
Jesus, keep me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk, let me walk close to thee. Just a closer walk with thee. Precious Jesus is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Through this world of toil and snares, if I falter, Lord, who cares? Who with me my burden shares? None but thee, dear Lord, none but thee. Here we go. Just a closer walk with thee. Precious Jesus is my plea. I'm waiting close to thee, Lord. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Just a closer walk with thee. Precious Jesus is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. When my feeble life is o'er, time for me will be no more. Here we go, harmony. Guide me gently, safely, Lord, to thy kingdom shore, to thy shore. Just a closer walk with thee. Precious Jesus is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Okay, another standard.
Not to be confused with "Let It Be, Let It Be."
That's
a little later.
Yeah, a little later, a few years later. All right, what do you got next there, Doctor?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I was the keeper of the
You are the keeper. You're the great.
Rick said this is
how
the
about
best
switching it up a
medicine
little bit,
being
bud?
back home for the first day.
I'm sorry. What's that?
Rick said this is the best medicine since he just got home today.
I am so glad you're on, Rick. Don't scare us again like that. Don't ever do that again. No heart attack scares ever again. All right, dude? Seriously. Anyway, I'm expecting you to add to either this song when you're feeling better, and you can do it
Or
later.
the next one.
Or the next song.
That's right.
So get yourself well, my friend. Glad you're there. It's our good buddy Rick Allport from Australia checking in with us, which is good.
Let's
So,
do
what do you want?
let's do some. Why don't you flip some banjos on me? Why don't you play some dueling banjos? No, don't do that. What about Camptown Lane?
Camp down? We can do that now. We can do that.
We used to do that on the plantation.
We did. Now, we do want to say some things. I don't want any of these songs to offend anyone, and I do know some of these songs are sensitive songs, but...
and the fact that we play them terribly, we don't want that to offend you either.
The offense too. But we do want to mention that some of these songs have in recent years fallen into that category of offensive, and they really aren't meant to be. In fact, one of them we'll do a little bit later that's considered very offensive anymore, really was never intended to be offensive in the first place, but some jerks took it over.
Offensive.
And yeah, offensive jerks took it over and made it kind of their mean song. And it's really not a mean song, it was a minstrel show. We'll talk about it in a minute. Anyway, this is another one that it's just, there's nothing about it, but some people for some reason don't like this song. I don't know, it's a Stephen Foster tune, but we're doing it in the spirit of when it was written. So
Right.
please accept that. There was no offense meant when it was written, so please
Don't take it. So it's in C. That's it. Can't tell lady sing the song, do-da, do-da. Can't tell respect by my long, oh, do-da, baby. Come down here with my hat caved in, do-da, do-da. Go back home with my heart caved in, do-da, baby. Gonna run all night, gonna run all day. Bet my money on my payday, somebody bet on the day. Oh, can't tell lady sing this song, do-da, do-da. Can't tell respect by my long, oh, do-da, baby. Come down here with my hat caved in, do-da, do-da, do-da. Go back home with a pipe caved in, oh, do-da, baby. Wanna run all night, wanna run all day. Bet my money on my payday, somebody bet on the day.
so you didn't like me modulating into the same key?
Yeah, it was good.
It's unique. We are the only band that will modulate from the one key into the same key.
That was pretty.
No other bands do that. Now, usually they modulate to another key. I
No, no.
modulated
Not us.
into our own key. Yeah. Very, very talented. Takes a lot of talent.
You still have that one on. We could study war. Just study war.
We could. All right. Well, this Pete Seeger, isn't it?
Church vibe. So we think this we're going to be able to rebroadcast this coming Thursday at 5 o'clock on the Downey Avenue Christian Church Community Connection. 5 o'clock. It's on YouTube channel Downey Avenue Christian Church. So this is going to be the community connection. So if you're watching it now, you get a chance to watch it again and see how many more mistakes we make. All right. Is that how it goes? Don't we start with the slow part? Oh, you were just practicing.
Practicing while you were
All
talking.
right, here we go.
I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. interesting thing is people are saying, why are you switching banjos? Well, they're actually tuned totally differently, and they're played, you know, I did some clawhammer on that one as well, but I'm trying to teach myself the old style of clawhammer banjo, and this is tuned in a different tuning than the standard tuning of a banjo that you would hear Scruggs and Flat play, you know, when they're doing their things. Standard G tune. This is a C modal tuning, and it's used in a lot of the old songs. So that's why we switched. And it is a little tricky because they're the same physical instrument, but you're played differently, and it drives me nuts because the C chord here is not the same as the C chord there, and he gets a great kick out of laughing.
Everywhere.
Yeah, he's C chord everywhere. So anyway, what are we doing next?
Well, why don't we just stay with that? We got one more on that one.
We do?
We can do, yeah, the I'll Fly.
Oh!
I'll Fly.
Oh, we did.
I think we can do that. It's another gospel tune. Just don't fly too fast. I think. It's all you. You sing, Paul. I just come in on the choruses.
Right? Some have hoped when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll
Fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away.
when the shadows of this life have grown, I'll fly away like a bird from prison bars is flown. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll
Fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away.
just a few more weary days and then
I'll fly away.
to a land where joys will never end.
I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away.
Oh, how glad and happy when we meet.
I'll fly away.
To walk iron shackles on my feet.
I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. I'll fly away. I'll fly away.
Okay.
All right, there's
That's one you might have heard on for those of you who were not into bluegrass and that style of music before. Our Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? You would have heard that on Oh Brother, right? Wasn't that
Yeah,
Oh Brother?
I think so.
All right. What are you gonna tuba?
Let's do one that we did down there with the
Oh, the flute.
the one we recorded.
By the way, this is an authentic hat here. This is one I wore when we were down in the doing our plantation shows. This is actually my grandfather's hat. So
This is an authentic hat too. It was purchased on Bourbon Street.
And it says Bourbon Street.
Bourbon Street. You see it right here? It says Big Easy.
Oh, that makes it authentic.
Big Easy right there.
That makes it
That's
authentic.
my nickname.
So,
Big Easy.
we're gonna do that. So,
Yeah, well.
Dave worked up a two-part version of the song, and we did it down in the French Quarter, and we also did it on the back of the steamer Natchez, the steamboat down there in the docks in the French Quarter. And we were playing it one time, and this lady comes up. Now remember, this is the '80s, so she came over to a cassette recorder. She said, "Excuse me, can I get a recording of you? I want some authentic Southern music." Well, we laughed at each other. And we went, "Yes, man, you're welcome to get some of our music. We'd be happy to sing for you." So we laughed about it. She said she was with NPR. Wow, we thought that was a complete joke. About 3-4 months later, we're up here in Indianapolis driving in our car and transitioning from one radio program to the other on the NPR. There it was.
It's this song.
This song.
Good thing it was in the public domain.
That's right, because we've been sued enough already. It'd be bad, but you know, we're the only guys that could get sued by a dead guy.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you know.
Good. Starts out.
Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight into drops waiting for thee. Sounds of the brood world heard in the day. Lulled by the moonlight have all passed away. Beautiful dreamer, queen of my song. This while I woo thee with soft melody. Gone are the cares of life's busy throng. Beautiful dreamer, wake up to me. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight into drops waiting for thee. Sounds of the road world heard in the day. Lulled by the moonlight have all passed away. Beautiful dreamer, queen of my song. This twilight woo thee with soft melody. Gone are the cares of life's busy throng. Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me.
All right, that was fun. I almost heard the steamer.
That's alive. So, how about this land?
Yeah, let me get this on first. We won't do what we did last time you sang. Which was?
Which was me making all
Oh,
kinds
that's
of
right.
Me making all kinds of can always put me a song.
So this song is not a really old song, but it's about the old times. It's about the Civil War. A lot of the songs that we sang were Civil War related, just because a lot of the shows that we did on the plantation were kind of in that time period, and set in around that time period, or right before the war. So we did a lot of stuff like this. And this is one by Dickie Betts, who played with Allman Brothers, but this is kind of a different version of it. This is a version by one of our favorite people who passed away a few years ago, Mark Hancock. No, don't say it. And anyway, this was his version of the song, and we enjoyed the way he did it, and we did it for a while. We haven't done it in years and years, so we're going to try and do it now. If Dave can fare
Well,
what are you doing?
It's hard to. We're gonna sit down. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever. Hard to sing something down, dude.
It's hard to play.
Anyway, here we go. Left my home in Georgia, May of '63. Traveled to Virginia, fight with General Lee. I can't fight this morning, must be southward bound. Jenny's in Atlanta, burning down. The land is burning down. The land is burning down. Jenny's in Atlanta. The land is burning down. From Gettysburg to Richmond, you know I fought so long and hard. Way back down in Georgia, Sherman's in my own backyard. I can't fight this morning, must be southward bound. Jenny's in Atlanta. Atlanta's burning down. Atlanta's burning down. Atlanta's burning down. Jenny's in Atlanta. Atlanta's burning down. From Gettysburg to Richmond, you know I fought so long and hard. Way back down in Georgia, Sherman's in my own backyard. But I can't fight this morning, must be southward bound.
Jimmy's in Atlanta. Atlanta's burning down. Atlanta's burning down. Atlanta's burning down. Jenny's in Atlanta. And Atlanta's burning down.
That's a Dickie Betts tune. Not that. Sitting about there a little bit.
How about my theme song? Poor Wayfaring Stranger. Whoa! Oh, pardon me. This thing weighs 40 pounds. Alright. See, how's this go?
You're gonna start it.
Oh, yeah. Let me make sure I got the words here.
I think you should have words there.
Oh, there they are. There they are, too. Alright.
This is an old classic. Poor Wayfaring Stranger.
I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. But there's no sickness, toil, or danger in that bright world to which I go. I'm going there to meet my Father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just a going over Jordan. I'm just a going over home. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is rough and steep, but beauteous fields lie just beyond me, where rose and dean their vigil keep. I'm going there to meet my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm just a going over Jordan. I'm just a going over home. I want to wear a crown of glory when I get home to that bright land. I want to shout salvation's story in concert with that blood-washed band. I'm going there to meet my Savior, to sing His praise
This next one's for my Uncle James. This was always one of his favorites. He could never remember the name of it, but he's about that dead soldier, he always said. So
The Dead Soldier.
this actually is a song that's not an old song. It was for the, well, it's old now, but
Everything's old now.
This was written back in the 60s or 70s. But
1969.
anyway, it's from the musical, my daughter's favorite musical, 1776. So it's really a Revolutionary War song, but it's really a generic song about war. So it can apply to any war, and we kind of co-opted it when we did our shows and did it about Civil War. And so this one we're going to do for my Uncle James down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Baton. All right.
And,
So here we go. Start out with the
right.
drums.
Mama, hey mama, come looking for me. I'm here on the meadow by the red maple tree. Mama, hey mama, look sharp, here I be. Hey, hey, mama, look sharp. My eyes are wide open, my face to the sky. Is that you I'm hearing in the tall grass nearby? Mama, come find me before I do die. Hey, hey, mama, look sharp. Billy, darling Billy, come to where you lay, and I'll hold you in the meadow while the soldiers march away. I'll hold you in the meadow till the last light of the day. Hey, hey, mama, look sharp. The soldiers, they fired. Oh, Ma, did we run? Then we turned around and the battle begun. Then I went under. Oh, Ma, am I done? Hey, hey, mama, look sharp. Close your eyes, my Billy, those eyes that cannot see, and I'll bury you, my Billy, beneath the maple tree. And never again do you whisper to me. Hey, hey, mama, look sharp. Hey, hey, mama.
There you go, James. I hope that was the one. Here, let me get this
Get
for
it
the
alive.
last song there. Let me get this over here.
You gotta go out.
See, I gotta get my props there.
I'll get your problem.
Maybe you can explain this to the folks.
Well, I can explain. This is one of all the songs we're doing that probably, if anyone out there who's watching is going to be offended, this will be the song.
Oh!
But let me explain that we're again doing this song in the context of when it was written. This song was never written to be used as it's being used now. You can move that. By certain groups of people who just nasty, angry people. This song was actually intended to be a minstrel song. It was intended to be a song of happiness and really about, don't knock that drink.
I'll try.
And about celebrating the South. It was not about slavery. In fact, there's a couple of stories about the author of this. The author is claimed to be a white gentleman from Ohio, but there's a lot of folks from that time and that knew him and his neighbor, who claims it was his neighbor who wrote the song, who was an African American, was a former slave, who wrote the song, and again wrote it for this gentleman's use in the minstrel show that they were doing. And again, it was meant as a happy song. It was meant to celebrate the South. So we apologize if anyone is offended by this song, but it's a parody, exactly. And it was meant that way, but it's been co-opted by people with different ideas.
Yeah.
My real friends in the South love this song, and they love this song rightly because they're proud of the South, and they're proud of a lot of good things down there. So we do this in honor of all of our Mississippi friends and our Louisiana friends and all of the folks we've met down there, and Alabama as well. I can't forget that
That's
some
right.
of my Mississippi people ain't Mississippi people no more. They're now in Alabama. So anyway, we do this to celebrate the South, and we do it as a parody, the way it was intended. We do it funny. Well,
We hope it's funny.
We think it's funny. It may be funny in spots it shouldn't be funny.
So this is our last song tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we have no idea where we're going to play or if we're ever going to play anywhere again. But
we're going to keep doing this.
might have this in another 2 weeks. We have no idea what the theme will be.
Please get on, and
No.
if you want to participate in the current song Wagon Wheel, please get on and
Right.
send me something, or at least let me know you are sending me something. Otherwise, I'm going to mix it down the next 12 hours and try to finish something up. And there's a poll on there my daughter put on there to check and see how many people are there. We're just trying to get an idea whether this is worth doing, continuing to do. So,
P-O-L-L. Poll.
oh, P-O-L-L, yeah.
Poll. She didn't put a poll.
Right, she didn't really put a poll. So anyway, check with that. And our plan now is 2 weeks from tonight. We'll have something else. Don't know exactly what it is, but I'm thinking my daughter may join us on that one. If we can break the.
Hey, where's the dog?
Oh, he's outside. Yeah, you can let him in, so he might want to join.
All
Anyway, again, this song was meant when it was written as a parody, as a fun song, and that's the way we're going to do it. So.
I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times there are cotton. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. In Dixieland, where I was born. Well, actually, I was born in community hospitals, right?
They don't know where to go. Just sing the song.
In early on one frosty morning, quite cold for June 22nd, actually. I can't.
They don't care. They don't care. Sing the song.
Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Well, I wish I was in Dixie. Hooray, hooray. In Dixieland, I'll take my stand. I'm gonna take this stand and I'm gonna get right.
Just put it down. It's already gone over. Most of the people have left. Just finish up.
To live and die, mostly dying in Dixie. Away, away, away down south of Dixie. Away, away, away down south. In Dixie.
That's what happened to you getting oxygen.
I wish I was in the land of cotton. Look out there and I look out, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. In Dixieland where I was born early on frosty morning. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. And I wish I was in Dixie. Hooray, 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 hooray. In Dixieland I'll take my stand to live and die in Dixie. Away, 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 away down south of Dixie. Away, 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 away down south of Dixie. I wish I was in the land falling early on the frost. You wanna look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Well, we shot was in Dixie, hooray, hooray, hooray. Dixieland, I'll take my stand, a little die, Dixie. Away, 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 down south of Dixie. Away, 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 down south of Dixie. I wish I was in that look out there, and I forgot to look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Dixieland, where I was born, early on the cross. You wanna look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. And it was shot was in Dixie, hooray, hooray, hooray. Dixieland, I'll take my stand, and live and die, Dixie. Away, 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 down south of Dixie. Away, 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 down south of Dixie. I wish I was in that look out there, and I forgot to look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. In Dixieland, where I was born, early on the cross. You wanna look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. And it was shot was in Dixie, hooray, hooray, hooray. Dixieland, I'll take my stand, and live and die, Dixie. Away, 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 down south of Dixie. Away, 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 down south of Dixie. I wish I was in the land of cotton, no time there, and I forgot the way, the way, the way, Dixieland. In Dixieland, where I was born, early on the cross. The way, the way, the way, Dixieland. I wish I was in Dixie, hooray, 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 hooray. In Dixieland, I'll take my stand to live and die, Dixie. Away, 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 down south of Dixie. Away, 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 down south of Dixie. I wish I was in the land of cotton, no time there, and I forgot the way, the way, the way, Dixieland. In Dixieland, where I was born, early on the cross. The way, the way, the way, Dixieland. And I wish I was in Dixie, hooray, 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 hooray. In Dixieland, I'll take my stand to live and die, Dixie. Away, 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 down south of Dixie. Away, 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 down south in Dixie.
We hadn't done that in a long time. Well, I hope you took that in the spirit it was intended when it was written, and in the spirit with which we sang that one. If there's anybody still on, we're glad you're here. We were glad you're participating, and we want to make sure that we keep this going as long as you're participating. So we'll see how many people actually were here tonight, and if you've got some suggestions of what kind of show you'd like to see, that's no guarantee we'll do it, but throw those suggestions up on the group site and say, hey, we'd like to see an all such and such show. Or we do have a couple suggestions already. Basically, they'd like to see us do an entire show without us.
We're working on that one.
We're working on that one. We'll get somebody else, but right now it's a little hard to do. So anyway, if you got suggestions, put it up there. The next song we're going to throw up after I get throw up, which is basically the way most of our music sounds, like we're throwing up. But we're going to do something that we can get more kids involved, because we have some kids out there too. We're going to do Puff the Magic Dragon. So everybody knows the song. I don't want to hear any whining from people. We'll post that in a few days. And again, do like you did this last time. And those of you who didn't participate, jump on and participate. It's a lot of fun. Take your video from your phone, for instance. Put headphones in and listen on your computer to our recording of the song. Make sure you listen to our recording, because the whole reason we want you to hear our recording is so that you're in sync with us. We had some people record it listening to the Darius Rucker version. Well, that doesn't sync up with us. So anyway, listen to our song in your headphones if you can. If not, just play it quietly on your computer. Sing along with your video. Send them to us, kevin@audiodiner.com, and then I'll get those collaged together. The collage we're doing now with Wagon Wheel we'll have up probably the next couple of days. If you still want to participate, send me a note tonight. Say, wait, I'm going to be on. Don't go yet. So, all right. Thanks again for joining us for the Audio Diner Carryout service. We will see you all in 2 weeks.